Brian, we've talked about so much here, and our poor human brains can only retain about two or three things at a time. So, what I want to do is, I want to ask you as the last question is if there were one takeaway where your peers in the C suite are watching right now, what's the one thing that you want to make sure that everybody takes away from our conversation today?
I think the most important thing in today's environment, there's a lot of silo building, even amongst the C-suite. And some of that is because we all have our own set of KPIs that we need to go and hit. And sometimes we put on the blinders to get through our own KPIs and forget to talk to our peers about the things that we just spoke about. If we're not all in the same car, driving in the same direction, that's when things go awry. I've been at very large businesses which have structure and are less likely to deviate from a certain course. And recently and in previous companies, I've been in more scale ups. And that's where you'll find decisions going like this. And it's not always stay the course, but it's if you're going to deviate off the course, make sure that you're all in the room together and talking about pros and cons and why this is the right thing for the business, not why this is the right thing for a customer, which may fundamentally transform your business. That's where things get hard to unarchitect. And so architecting things is not difficult. It's unwinding those things that have been architected where things get really messy. And so conversation between sales, marketing, product, finance, what's the implication of everything that we just discussed to our business model? How is this going to impact if all of a sudden we've significantly changed our product to move up market? What does that mean in terms of leads that need to be derived? What does that mean in terms of delivery of product and impact on cash coming in? These are all things that need to be discussed. It's not as easy as just to say, we want to go after this one opportunity. That one opportunity has so many downstream impacts. And that's where, we as leaders need to make sure that we've thought through all of the pros and cons and dotted all of our I's and crossed our T's before we go and make that decision.